Morning, fellas. It's about 9:15. We're working our way to 90 degrees. And a couple of cells have been moving in and out of the valley. I don't know. It's a bit cooler. It's only about 85 out right now. So we're supposed to get to about 100 today. So we'll see. My concentration today is back on the channel here. Need to get this interior done. This side right in here. Went to Home Depot and got an assortment of wire brush attachments, and yeah, I put them in the die grinder. We just turn the pressure down a little bit and don't spin them as fast. But yeah, I'll put the flat one here and this one. So that's the goal. Is I want to get this done, jump on the rear window, get this up and mashed off and everything, and then if I get that done, come back and we'll start on the lower on both sides of the quarter panel and see. I probably got about 6, maybe 7 hours out here today, so we're not going out to dinner like we did last Sunday. So when I have more, I'll turn this back on. What is it? Steel Jaw Jones, Jeff. I would strongly suggest, hold on, let me turn this around. I would strongly suggest that you get a spot welder. Home Depot, or not Home Depot, Harbor Freight has them at $178. Spot welding, it'll make your job go a lot easier, and rather than the plug welds and everything else. So check into that. I'll show you a few things. Hang on, turn this back around. You can use the spot welder all in here in the wheel well. When you do the inner wheel wells to the outer wheel wells, you could spot weld that whole joint. I mean, it just in here was spot weld. You can see here these were all spot welds. I mean, it just saves you a whole bunch of effort, and I wish I had gotten mine sooner, because I would have thought of it and getting it sooner, because it saves you a lot of heartache and a lot of pain. The only thing is, when you do the weld, it's resistance welding. When you do it, you got to grind both sides down to bare metal. The inner sides don't have to be, but the outers do for good contact. But I'd strongly suggest you look into getting one. As always, when I have more guys, I'll turn this back on later. Hey fellas, it's about 12:30. Took a break for lunch. About 90 in here. It seemed that all those storm cells moved out, but it's a little breezy out. But usually it's the afternoon when we get storm cells coming in. I got this track as about as clean as I am going to get it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's about as clean as I'm going to get it. So now starts the rear window. Thought I was done disassembling the car. These are panels for the headliner. They're held in by little spring clips I pulled out. Don't know if I'm going to be reusing those. I found a place that makes a one-piece headliner, and we'll probably be using that. So now we'll do the rear window and get that masked up, wire brush down, and get that masked up, and move on to doing the rear of the car in the 180 grit scratch. All right, later guys. Hey fellas, yeah, it's going on 2. And it turned out to be almost a John Kerry day here today. It's really not that hot. But anyway, got the back window done. Alright, I got about, as you saw the clock, it's about 20 to 2, and I got about probably maybe 2 hours left out here that I can afford. So, first things we're going to do is we're going to mix up some mud, and we'll get underneath on the spot welds there, get that wheelhouse, do the same thing on this side and get this wheelhouse, the lip. While that's drying, I'm going to get a Scotch-Brite or some 80 grit and just start going through these tail lights and then start masking off the back of the tail lights in this. Yeah. So that's where we're at. We're coming along. We got one more weekend left. I still got to get the sail panels, this rear trunk spacer, or whatever you call this panel, in 180 grit. Got a few other things to do, but we're moving along. If I get time tomorrow, I am going to work on it tomorrow. And I'll probably do pick one of the lower quarter panels in here and start block sanding it and getting that ready. Pretty much this is all ready. Or we'll find out once I get paint on it whether it's all ready. But yeah, so that's where we're at. So when I get more of this, when I get some more done, I'll turn this back on. Later, guys. All right, fellas. It's a little after 3, and found five more areas that needed fiber strand on it. So I had to mix some up and apply that and get it done. I did, however, sand that sail panel. It's in 180 grit. Part of this panel is in 180 grit. I didn't get it all back here on the taillight panel. I'll do that during the week. I'll sit down and I'll start sanding around and getting a good scratch in the taillight panel, and then mask it off and get that ready. That'll be one thing out. I got one more weekend left and got a ton of work to do. So we'll see if we'll make it. So I'm going to shut this off and go take a shower. And oh, hold on. This one's for John Kerry. John, get you one of these. See? Open a beer one-handed. Huh? Best tool I got in my tool bench. So, we still have under here the sand, same on the driver's side. We have that lower to sand. We have finished mud to put on the spot welds there. Finished mud to put on the spot welds down there. And we have that lower to sand. And then we need to block the whole thing one more time. But I'm going to save that blocking for one more time when I get back on Friday. See, we fly back in Thursday, August 7th. I'll spend all day out here going over this, making sure I got everything, did everything, and then plan on shooting it on Saturday. And then that'll give me Sunday to go, oh, did I screw up? Or, oh, God, look at it, looks good, or whatever. So, we'll see. But I'm done for the day. As you see, I popped open a beer. So as always, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. And we'll see you next weekend. Take care. Later.